Top first aid tips. Providing first aid to accident victims can help stabilize their condition and prevent further harm until professional medical help arrives. Here are some basic first aid tips to follow. Assess the situation. Before you approach the victim, assess the situation for any potential hazards to yourself or others. If the situation is dangerous, call for professional help and do not attempt to provide first aid. Call for help. If the victim is unconscious or severely injured, call for emergency medical services immediately. Maintain airway and breathing. Check the victim's airway and breathing. If the victim is not breathing or is having trouble breathing, perform CPR if you are trained to do so. Stop bleeding. If the victim is bleeding, apply direct pressure to the wound using a clean cloth or bandage. Elevate the affected limb to help slow down the bleeding. Immobilize fractures. If the victim has a suspected broken bone or fracture, immobilize the affected area using a splint or other immobilization techniques. Treat for shock. If the victim is in shock, lay them flat on their back and elevate their feet above the level of their heart. Cover them with a blanket to keep them warm. Do not move the victim unnecessarily. Moving an injured person can cause further harm. If the victim must be moved, do so carefully and gently. Remember, these are just basic first aid tips. It's important to seek professional medical attention as soon as possible for accident victims, especially for those with serious injuries.